What's up, y'all? I want to welcome y'all back to 80 Cooks. And on the menu today is cabbage, salt pork, and okra, y'all. Appreciate you for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Alright guys, what we have is a pot with salt pork in this. We added us a little bit, not too much, but I just wanted to get my salt pork cooking. I added a little bit of vegetable oil into this. So we're gonna flip this. Salt pork is sort of like bacon. So when you're cooking it, you just kind of want to use the same techniques as bacon. You just want it crispy. These are a little bit thick. You probably won't find no bacon that is this thick. So you kind of want to make sure your temperature on your eyes kind of not as high, because we want to cook this without burning it. So we'll let our salt pork continue to cook, get it crispy, and then we'll pull it out. All right guys, we're going to go ahead and pull off our salt, or pull out our salt pork. And again, I said it's just sort of like bacon. Gonna put that to the side. I have me some onions and bell peppers that I had chopped up. We're gonna go ahead and throw these in. I want to break some of the onions down, and they'll fall apart on their own. But what we want to do is do a slight cook on our onions and our bell peppers, because the rest of it is going to cook when we add our cabbage into it. So we don't necessarily have to cook it to where there's salt to that degree. We're just cooking it to kind of get those flavors out of it, y'all. So we'll let our onions and our bell peppers cook for about maybe 2 minutes. All right, guys, we're gonna go in after about I almost dropped my garlic. After about 2 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and go in with our garlic. It's gonna add us a little garlic to it. Maybe about a tablespoon of it. Gonna add us some crushed red pepper flakes. And that is optional. You do not have to add the crushed red pepper flakes. That is very optional. Gonna let things cook down for a minute, and then we'll add our cabbage. Let's go ahead and go in with our cabbage. And let me show you some. This is how I chop my cabbage. This is the size of my cabbage that I chopped it to. And this was a big piece of cabbage. So I have a lot of it. It will reduce in size. Once it starts cooking down. So you may feel like, hey, my cabbage doesn't fit into this pan. It'll cook down, y'all. At this point, we're going to go in with a little bit of black pepper. We're going to go in with a little basic seasoning, which is a little bit of salt. onion powder, Or this is garlic powder, my bad. And a little bit of onion powder. Don't know if I can find my onion powder, but if that's what you want to put into it, oh, I got it. Gonna go on with some paprika. And at this point, what we want to do is kind of stir things up because we don't want our onions and our garlic to kind of burn. So we kind of want to start incorporating things together. And also at this point, you all, made a mess, y'all. Also at this point, what we want to do is not to over season things at this point. So just add a little bit of salt. We can always add salt. We cannot take away salt. So we kind of just want to uplift the onions and the bell peppers and the garlic at the bottom of this and kind of just bring it to the top, or kind of distribute it all around your food or all around your cabbage. And what we'll do, if I can find my top, here we go. Throw a top on this baby and just let it kind of stir fry. All right guys, let's go ahead and check on our cabbage. And things should have reduced by a lot. As I was telling you all, things will reduce. And that's what it has done. Gonna go in with our salt pork. And this is why I tell you all not to really add in too much of salt to this, because you're adding salt pork to this and it's gonna kind of put a little sodium into this. So we kind of want to determine what this salt pork is going to do to our flavor before we, just start dubbing and throwing a bunch of salt into this. Going to put the top back on this, continue to let things cook. We'll probably let things cook for about 5 minutes and we'll check. All right guys, cabbage has been on for about 5 minutes. Going to go in and add us a little bit of butter to this. Maybe about a tablespoon of butter. Also at this point you want to check for the seasoning on this as well. And I will do that off camera, but if you need more salt, if you need more flavor to it, add it to it. That's pretty much simple. Because it's your food, you have to eat it. I'm gonna go ahead and continue to cover this and let things cook down, and then we'll incorporate our okra into it. Okay guys, okra has been on, or not okra, but cabbage has been on for about maybe 10-15 minutes. At this point, after you've seasoned everything, we're gonna go ahead and add our okra in. This will probably reduce your heat because this is frozen cut okra. Just going to continue to let things cook down, maybe about 5 minutes. We'll let our okra cook and our cabbage cook, and we'll see kind of if because really at this point we're just looking to see if our cabbage is tender enough. So for about 5 minutes, we'll check. All right guys, cabbage and okra has been on for about 10 minutes. Let's check on it. Everything is looking good, and I think we are just about done with this cabbage, you all. It just depends on what type of tenderness to your cabbage that you like. Some people like a bite on their cabbage. I like more in the middle level of cabbage. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this off. Our okra is done, and then we'll plate. Alright guys, we went ahead and boiled our cabbage, and these are the end results. Easy, simple meal, you all. Cabbage at its best. Comfort food at its best. You pair this with cornbread. You know, if you're cooking it with like a like a meat, then you know you would pair it with that. Baked chicken, fried chicken. Easy, simple meal. I really do appreciate you all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe, and peace.